All right. So once again, proper operation of a NetBrain deployment depends on regular maintenance. This is not a set it and forget it platform. I cannot emphasize that enough. You need to give this thing regular TLC or it's not going to work when you need it the most. It's just that's the way it goes. Because remember, what NetBrain is doing is incredibly complex. So we want to perform maintenance realistically a minimum of once a week, ideally every workday. And so what are we going to be looking at? So to cover stuff that we've already seen at the system level, we go to my system management level. I'll want to check the service monitor to make sure that all of my NetBrain servers, however many or however few, that all my servers and services are working. So you should make sure everything's connected. All your services are green, that none of these things are way too high, things like that. Next, what you want to do is you want to check the task manager to make sure that there's no currently running tasks that have been running for way too long. And if you do see one that's been running for longer than you think it should, it'll tell you who initiated it. Check with them to make sure that it's not supposed to be running, because sometimes you'll want to have something run periodically over a longer period of time from the from whatever reason. And but a lot of times it's possible that you might get something that gets stuck. It's rare, but it happens. In which case, just kill it. And then the task, I mean. And then system update to make sure that it was, to check for update that the last time you checked, it's that everything's going okay. All right. And then for the updating the platform, you can see what's the latest available version. And here you can initiate update right from here. But just like with updating any platform, you want to make sure to take a VM snapshot. Ideally, you'll be running these on VMs to warn people that there could be an outage of the system, things like that. So just like updating, best practices for updating any system apply to updating NetBrain, whether it's a major or a minor update. So it's not going to update until you manually come in here and hit the and hit the thing. So and of course there is provision for offline update if you're on an air gap network, but you'll need to contact us. Basically get the download for the new repository. You'll need to clear it, bring it in, and then upload it in here off of thumb drive or whatever. What else? I think that's it at the system and the tenant level that we want to check on a regular basis. Now here at the domain level, our one-stop shop for maintenance, at least to start with, is the domain health report. So we come in here and we need to tell it to update the report. It can take a minute. And then once it's done, it'll tell us what problems there are in the environment. So anything with an exclamation point we need to look at. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a problem to be resolved, but you probably. And so then we can go in here, check for different stuff. And clicking on these hyperlinks will actually take us to the appropriate tab and the appropriate thing. So go through this with a fine-tooth comb, make sure if you do have any exclamation points that either the problems are remediated and then rediscovered, or it's possible you'll have something that's identified as an issue but just isn't. So in that case, you just need to know that, okay, I know this exclamation point is okay because X. So there's that. Yada, yada, yada. Anything besides that? Let me see. So if we want to see the results of, well, platform validation is different, yeah. I think that's pretty much it, because pretty much anything we would want to, off the top of my head at least, anything we'd want to mess with is covered in here, and will show up in the report. Okay. So yeah, there you go. All right. Well, 15 minutes over time. Huzzah. All right. So blah, 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 blah. Okay. Updating the knowledge cloud. That's under the system update. Okay. We already talked about the service monitor. Okay. So thank you for coming, everybody. So let me pause my screen share here. Okay, so as always, if you would like a copy of the recording of this, I am backed up on this at the moment due to basically I can't get access to my email easily. Um, anyway, the Office 365 is being weird. But anyway, if you email education@netbraintech.com, then I try to send these out every Friday, so hopefully I'll have my access back by this Friday or something, or I'll figure it out. But I'm backed up a couple weeks, so everyone will be getting their requested emails at